Hello there, Capricorn. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel. This is Mr. Fire Dragon, and we're here to welcome you to your autumn equinox reading, which will encompass the period of time from September 23rd all the way to the winter solstice on December 22nd when the sun enters our sign of Capricorn. So, before we get started, a few quick notes. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Capricorn out there. If these messages do resonate with you, take those in. They do belong to you. If they do not resonate with you, kick them out the door to another Capricorn. So this will be resonating primarily with Capricorn Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Capricorn cross watchers are welcome to join us as well. So while you're thinking about it, reach out that little goat hoof, click that subscribe button, join the Dragon family, and also give it a dragon claw up by hitting that like button and let us know that you enjoyed this content. So, what's coming up for us? My goodness. So for Capricorn, this is going to highlight your universal 10th, 11th, and 12th house. And what that does is it activates the time of Libra, then Scorpio, then Sagittarius. Those are our 3 official autumn months. So this means that we are crossing out of, here's this big Celtic wheel, and we are leaving behind the summertime and going into Mabon, which is the fall equinox, the autumn equinox celebration in the Celtic year. So we will be crossing through Samhain, which is the Halloween time, and on our way to Yule, the winter solstice. So we will definitely be feeling a lot of harvest. To me, this is a time when Capricorn is experiencing both a combination of challenge but also a lot of fulfillment. The time of Libra that we start with when the sun goes into Libra, and that triggers the beginning of autumn, and that's going to be September 23rd at 3:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So absolutely, there's going to be lots of planets. There's already a couple, Venus and Mercury are in that sign right now, traveling through our 10th house of career. So that is our Capricorn house universally that Libra always travels through, and so we definitely feel that highlighting of career, the culmination. It's funny how, it's that connection with the harvest, because that is the time of the traditional harvesting. And so for Capricorn, many times you will feel as well that that's a time of harvest, that that's a time of like, okay, I've worked all year, finally I'm getting something coming back to me on this. Then it goes into the time of Scorpio, which activates the 11th house universally for Capricorn. So it's an Aquarian energy. You feel more focused on freedom, liberation, helping other people. The focus turns more outward to the world at large. The hardest time in a way for many Capricorns is the time of Sagittarius, which is interesting because for most people the time of Sagittarius is very upbeat. It's holiday time. It's more, it's Jupiter ruled, so it's very expansive and has that joviality. But for Capricorn, it crosses through that universal 12th house every year. So, it makes the goats feel a little more moody, a little more melancholy and kind of sensitive and emotional and a little bit like, just don't bother me, because you're processing all of the energies and the emotions that have come through all the rest of the year. So it's like you're getting ready for your universal new year, because once the sun crosses into the winter solstice, that's the time of Capricorn really reactivates you. It's like up until Christmas and winter solstice, it's like Capricorns are really kind of dragging because it's a heavier, more soft, sensitive energy that that comes with Pisces. So it's like once it goes up to, getting back into Capricorn, it's like, woo, I have energy again. So that's a little overview of those 3 months. And as we get into doing some cards, we're going to do 3 specific lines for each month. We're going to do Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius to see what's going to come up for each of these 3 months' energy. So let's start. I've got a couple tuning forks that are pitched to the frequencies of the planets we'll be working with. For the time of Libra, that's Venus. Then for the time of Scorpio, that's Pluto. And then for the time of Sagittarius, we have the Jupiter fork. So let's just take a moment, take some deep breaths, and just feel the vibrations of these planets. So beautiful. I hope that you can hear and feel those all right out there, Capricorn. All right, so let's go ahead and start pulling the cards for you and see what comes out for your autumn. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians and ancestors, helpers and healers, please be with us as we do the autumn equinox 3-month reading for the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign of Capricorn. Please protect their energy as well as mine, and please bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Okay, so Capricorn, I felt 2 cards came out, so I went ahead and just pulled them both. They really just wanted to come together. Oh, such a beautiful start of energy for Libra time. Look at that. A new start is coming with the new moon energy, and you are good enough with the full moon in Virgo. So this is not only reminding you that there is a fresh new start. Could be in business, could be in work areas, also could be in relationships, because Capricorn, you know, that time of Libra is all about love and partnership and, you know, and having a good balanced relationship, but it's also very strongly about work and business and, you know, your highlighted public image. It could be a time when you're getting out more, so this helps you make connections both in love and in work. And if you've been struggling through any feelings of self-doubt, lack of confidence, feeling like you've taken a lot of hits lately, there's been a lot of very tough energy for you, as Pluto and Saturn have both been in your sign. And so this is a beautiful reminder that you're absolutely good enough, you're worthy of emotional fulfillment, worthy of financial success, etc., etc. You've done a lot of work, you've put in the time. At the time of Scorpio, emotions are running high. What a surprise, because Scorpio is a very emotional time. That supermoon brings the moon energies closer to us, just like Scorpio brings those deeper, heavier emotions up to the surface so that we have to deal with them. So you may be feeling really emotional during the time of Scorpio, and it really makes you want to get out there and do something about it. And then as we go to that time of Sagittarius, like I said, this is sort of that wrapping up of that energy of the previous year, and it says you're very close to achieving your goal with that gibbous moon. This is the moon phase just before it becomes full. So as we go from Sagittarius into the time of Capricorn after the autumn is over, it's like your goal is right around that corner. Your energy and your increased enthusiasm and vitality is right around the corner, Capricorn. I love this so far. So let's pull some Dragon Oracle cards and just keep deepening these messages here. And so very protected right now, Capricorn. This black dragon came up around underneath the new moon and the Virgo full moon. So this cocoons you so that your great divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect. You're undergoing a metamorphosis, and you know it's like that power of 3. It's like you go through this 3-month cycle of the autumn, and you are protected, you are covered, because those black dragons have a very protective energy. This also makes me think about 2 stones that are great for Capricorn, which are black tourmaline and black obsidian. If you have those 2 stones or can get them, they're not very expensive. You can find them either eBay, Etsy. A lot of people carry black tourmaline and black obsidian, and I would absolutely recommend just keeping some of that around you, around your workspace, around your computer. Very, very good energy to protect you from negativity and absorb anything icky that, you know, was floating around. So on top of that emotional supermoon, emotions are running high. There comes that beautiful aquamarine dragon from Neptune, which is all about the emotions and the soul. So this enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you to develop your psychic abilities and receive soul knowledge. So this is tapping you in, Capricorn, getting you ready. If you ask me, for that time that you will be transiting universally through that Pisces house during the time of Sagittarius, which comes up next with the Golden Atlantean Dragon. Helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis, awaken, bring back the knowledge, gifts, and talents, and reclaim your mastery. So this is getting into integrating and more fully realizing old wisdom of ascended masters, of old civilizations that had this deep spiritual awareness and technology. So definitely a very advanced spiritual time, Capricorn, even if it feels difficult on this, little 3D earth plane that we're traveling down here. This is actually a really beautiful time of spiritual enlightenment, advancement. I love this with the symbology. Look at the black dragon cocooning that new life, that new plant that's growing just like you. And then the aquamarine dragon holds the key. It's the key to the emotions, the key to the divine. And then that crystal, bringing through that crystal, something that you could have as well. This is bringing through some very strong crystal energies to me. Like I said, the black obsidian, black tourmaline. If you can get a hold of some raw aquamarine or maybe celestite, that would be great for the time of Scorpio. And then with that Atlantean, try to get some either Lemurian quartz or either just some regular clear quartz points. Those would be wonderful to work with during that time. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some Druid animal spirits to see which one of the Celtic animals are coming up around you for this autumn time. Yes. Ooh, so Capricorn, so for the time of Libra, this is all about having far future vision with the hawk coming out. So this is really telling you, even though you may be struggling, growing, very emotional, questioning your own worth even, don't take your eyes off of that future vision, because the here and now, your current situation is not your final destination. And that's what the hawk will tell you. It says, keep looking further to the future. Don't get too stuck in the here and now, because this is not where you're ending up. This is just where you are on the way on your journey. So then on the time of Scorpio, this is really coming in with a lot of loyalty, devotion, friendship from the dog. And the dog is all about having, your true friends, true connections, people that are super loyal. You may even have friends that are born in the sign of the dog in the Chinese zodiac, and they would be really, really good people to surround yourself with. And then going into that time of Sagittarius, I love that the fox spirit is coming up. This is all about subtlety, using your mind, using your witty skills, and embracing your ability with words. And, not being too out in the open. The fox is very careful. It's very cautious about the way it moves. And it's very much, to me, an animal that kind of moves between worlds as well. So let's pull up some tarot and just see what comes up as we get into some deeper advice for these 3 months. Yes, Capricorn. So this is so much about, fresh vision. Look at that. Everything is pointing to that. It's all about, new growth, nurture the new growth, see the future vision, because you're starting a fresh new life here with the Magician. That's all about taking your mind, your resources, your emotion, your passion, and going towards creating something very new. It's like a kind of alchemy that you're creating here. So let's get a clarifier for the Magician, please, for Capricorn. Yeah, and you're overcoming a lot of, mental clutter and worry and anxiety. This is really moving you past this, because that is what, you've been dealing with. Maybe there's, this could also be air signs coming in, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but a lot of times this is excessive thought, especially from that Osho Zen Tarot. So then going into the time of Scorpio, we've got that Queen of Wands, very strong, very driven fire energy, which is very important as you're working through your goals, manifesting those dreams. It takes a lot of passion, it takes a lot of fire, and to me the Queen of Wands always brings up a lot of positive energy as well. Very generous, warm, open spirit. Leo, Sagittarius, and what's our other fire sign? Aries. Yeah, that's the energy. Let's get a clarifier for the Queen of Wands, please. Yes, and so this is requiring you to go beyond the here and now yet again. This is reaching out to a higher spirituality. This is that Judgment card, and so it's moving beyond illusion. Things that you thought were maybe just dead and gone, it's like your life revives again in a whole new way. And so going into that time of Sagittarius, a lot of balancing going on there, Capricorn, trying to remember, it's like keep it all in perspective. Don't give too much of yourself away. Give what you can, but don't give too much, because you leave yourself very empty. Capricorns can be, very careful with the money, but when they really love someone or they care about something, they can be super generous. And so, they tend to just give, and then they're just totally worn out dry. So you have got to make sure that you don't give too much without taking care of yourself first. So let's get a clarifier for Six of Pentacles, please. Yes, and this is moving you towards new beginnings and new growth, Capricorn, because on top of that Six of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles, all about new growth, new awakenings, new adventures, especially when it comes to work, business projects, having maybe even a business partner, somebody to work with, and it's like, yeah, let's start something totally new. It also can represent a shift in your overall value structure, where it's like, the things that used to matter so much to you, it's like, I can let those go. Those aren't such a big deal to me anymore, which is actually very liberating. All right, so let's pull one card from the, I'm going to get a ritual spell card affirmation for you and see what comes up for Capricorn. Yes. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. I think that Scorpio also had this card, the number 6, letting go. So this is all about releasing any old pain, any old wounds, anything that's really been, hurting your heart. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. So it's like you keep the wisdom, keep the love, the lessons, but let the pain go, let the sting of the past fade. And there's a little book that comes with this card deck. So if you would like the ritual, it's probably like a little candle spell or something like that, that goes with this. Just send me a text. All my information is in the description box, and just let me know. I would like the letting go ritual from the Capricorn reading, and I'll take a little snapshot of the page with the instructions, and I'll send you that ritual so that you can have that for your autumn season there. All right, Capricorn, well, thank you so much for joining us, and I'll be seeing y'all really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.